Hey guys, so I am here in Lusk, Wyoming. It's a small town on the eastern side of the state, right next to Nebraska, I believe. And is that right? Nebraska? I think so. This is our brand new headquarters for Wyoming Virtual Academy. The school district, Niobrara County School District, is just up the road, and we're technically tucked under them as a program inside that school district, even though we're kind of our own school. But we needed an office building here in town, and so we just have this building built. And this is where kind of the main administration for Wyoming Virtual Academy works. So I'm going to take you through the building and introduce you to some of the people that work inside there. Our head of school, Jeff Vorosky, is there. Our operations manager, Kristen Stauffer, is there. Amanda Dawson, who handles all our registrar, getting your documents from your previous schools and sending them out to the next school if you move to a different school and so forth. So she handles a lot of that. And there's a couple others that work here kind of part-time-ish as well. And if they're around, we'll introduce you to them. They're having an open house today at 4 p.m. and different people are coming to visit. So I drove from my house all the way on the other side of the state over to here. It takes about 7.5 hours for me to get here. It's kind of a nice building. There's no big signs up yet, but there's kind of a little office window sign there. Wyoming Virtual Academy, powered by K-12. So let's go on in and we'll see the building. So you come in the front doors and there's a welcome area here. Different items for Wyoming Virtual Academies. Magnets for a fridge. K-12 pens. So if you're ever in Lusk, you can stop by here. Some stickers and different information for parents or whoever might be interested in Wyoming Virtual Academy. They just have different office space in here. And then upstairs they have kind of a meeting room area. Wyoming Virtual Academy. And these are the different office workers that work here. They take care of all your computer needs and when you call and have problems or issues, they help you out with those things. They kind of do all the behind the scenes work. So they have a nice kitchen area up here and a big meeting area. Every fall, all of the teachers gather and meet in one place. And we used to meet over at the different schools, but we're going to try and meet here this year, I think, in this room. So all your teachers will gather next August, just before school starts, and talk about all kinds of different things and make sure the year gets started the way it should get started. So that'll be kind of fun to meet in our own building for the first time. We've always had to meet somewhere else. So I'm going to introduce you to some of the staff, I think, if they're willing. I'm here with Kristen Stauffer. Remember her from our field trip at the beginning of the year where we went out and saw Paleo Park, is that right? Yep. Out on her ranch. So I'll let her talk about what she does here at Wyoming Virtual Academy.
Hi guys, as Joe said, I'm Kristen Stauffer. I'm the operations manager for Wyoming Virtual Academy. I've been here since September 2009, so quite a few years. And operations manager since 8, 9, and 10, so it's an easy one to remember. So this is where all the magic happens for our school. I create all of the classrooms that you guys go into, and if you guys can get into them, that means I have done my job. and everything is working as it should be. So that's always a good thing. I also take care of all the billing for the school. I pitch hit problems with the teachers accessing their classes. So even sometimes when you guys have problems, the teachers have problems. So I take care of all of that. And that's about it. I kind of make sure everything's cleaned up and tidied up at the office, and kind of the janitor of all trades.
I saw her mopping the floors earlier.
Yeah,
so.
it's a true fact. I do janitor work.
So you got to pitch in where you can.
Exactly. Yep.
This says you're the general manager of the universe.
Exactly. I had a teacher that, or actually our counselor that, she had a lot of things that I had to jump in and help her with last year, and she thought that would be a good one. So every once in a while she reminds me that I'm the operations manager of the universe.
So you've seen just about you've seen a lot change over the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One of my other parts of my job is working with all the reports to the State Department. And I have watched them evolve, because when we first started, we were kind of the very breaking edge of virtual technology education. So anyway, we had to help the state work with different reports, and we all kind of created reports together. So, and how they all, so we could know who's in what school and stuff like that. So I do that 3 times a year at the state.
What's one of the biggest changes you've seen in WYVA that is different for the kids now than when you started?
I think when we first started, we had about 900 students, and it just kept ballooning, and then it kind of started going a little bit down, and then we've kind of evened out with our enrollment. So I think at first everyone thought it was a great new thing, that it was going to be the super easiest way to get school, and then they started figuring out it wasn't. So I think that was probably the biggest learning curve for families, is that we weren't going to be the easiest way to get education.
You got to still work hard.
Yep, yeah, you have to be disciplined and work hard to get through it.
So the WYVA kids are what's left of the kids that want to really work hard at school and so forth.
Yeah, and I have firsthand experience. My son is a junior in Brooks, and he took one of our courses this last semester, and it was a lot harder, and he was really surprised on the difference between what he does every day and what our program was. So he was really surprised on how our school is.
Okay. Any other changes you've noticed?
Not really. No, not really. We have a lot of it. We're working on a map right now that shows where all of our seniors are for this year. And it's just neat for me to have that map to look at every year, because I put a flag on the year they enrolled. And it's neat to look at the ones that enrolled in 2009 and that they're graduating with us. So that's kind of neat. We have that at graduation every year, so all the families can see where all the kids across the state are. So that's really kind of neat.
That's cool. Isn't there one downstairs?
Yep, I'm just revamping that one, so it's going to look a little bit nicer.
I'll have to go down and show them that. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Kristen.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. So here is where all the WYVA seniors, the kids in their last year of high school, where they're located. So we have kids, a lot of kids down in Cheyenne. There's a couple in Laramie, some up in Casper. There's some over here in Lusk. So there's none in Lusk actually right now. Here's Lusk, that's where I'm at right now. I live all the way over here in little old Bedford, right on the Idaho border. So when I drive to the headquarters, I have to drive all the way across the state. There's some kids up in Sheridan. There's some up in Gillette and Moorcroft. There's one in Cody, one in Jackson. There's several in the valley where I live. There's one in Evanston, one in Rock Springs. And then this map is kind of cool. This is where a lot of our students are located. So it doesn't look like the pins are up to date right now. They might have pulled them because she said she was updating the map. But you can see there's some up in Lovell, Meeteetse, Sheridan, Buffalo, Gillette, Newcastle, Wright, Redbird, Lance Creek, Lusk, Douglas, Casper, Sinclair, Rollins, Laramie, Cheyenne, up around Torrington, Pine Bluffs. Pine Bluffs is where our head of school, who's in his office right now, so I can't talk to him yet, but he lives over here in the corner of the state. Rock Springs, Lyman, Mountain Home, Mountain View, Evanston, the Star Valley area. Again, I live here in Bedford, Jackson. So, anyway, that's where Wyoming students are located in WYVA. So, talk to some more people. All right, guys, I'm here with Amanda. She works here at WYVA, and we're going to talk to her about what she does here. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Joe. How's it going?
So tell the kids what you do here.
I am the registrar for Wyoming Virtual Academy. So I take care of all of your student records, and I get your records when you come in to us, and if you guys ever leave us, I send your records on.
Cool. So you have interaction with a lot of the families?
I do. Some during the enrollment process, some while you guys are enrolled with us, for getting like copies of your report cards and things like that. And then also, if you guys ever do leave us, then I interact with your families then too.
Okay. How long have you been with WYVA?
5 years.
So for quite a while?
Yes.
What do you like most about it?
I like seeing what WYVA can do for our students when they come in and see how they can progress in our program and how much they can move forward.
Cool. What are the biggest changes you've seen over the last 5 years, I guess, with WYVA?
The biggest changes? Wow, Jeff, that's a tough one. I would say there's been a lot more interaction with K-12 in looking at how different things affect our procedures and how we do things. Things have really kind of evolved since I've started working here as well too, just kind of fine-tuning the processes and everything.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to say to the kids?
Hi guys, I hope you guys are having a fun school year. If you need anything, let me know.
Okay. So Amanda Dawson here in the main offices. Thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome.
Bye. So at the open house, they're doing a demonstration of your classrooms for people that have come in to see how the K-12 classroom works. So I'm going to film a little bit of a group watching a demonstration from one of the teachers. It's kind of cool. All right, tell us who you are.
Well, I am Jeff Borowski. I'm the head of school, and I'm also the high school principal for WYVA. And I've been in this position, this is my third year as the head of school and high school principal. And so I've been in education for over 25 years and just enjoying this new type and this new way of doing school virtually instead of in the brick and mortar. So.
Okay. Where do you live in Wyoming?
I live in Pine Bluffs. If you're not familiar where that is, we're on I-80 right on the Nebraska border. So from my house, I could throw a rock and throw it into Nebraska. We're that close to the border. So just right there in southeastern Wyoming.
Okay. Down by Cheyenne?
Cheyenne. We're about 45 miles east of Cheyenne.
Okay. What do you like most about WYVA?
You know, being new to this type of format for school, I love seeing not knowing what the type of interactions between students and teachers before I got here. I love seeing the innovative ways that teachers work with students and get them into the classes and get them involved and still have those interactions, and it's not just a student on the other side of the computer. They're involved in the lesson just as much as anybody in a classroom would be. So I really enjoy watching that when I come into classrooms and watch the teachers.
Nice. Anything you want to say to these kids?
Well, we really appreciate and are glad you're part of our school. If there's any time that if you feel like something isn't right or something, you need help with something, reach out to your teachers. You can reach out to me, reach out to any of the principals, and we'd be happy to help you out. And I know it's a little different with us not being right there in front of you, but we've got a great staff here, and we're here to help you and get you ready so that you can reach your ultimate goal, which is graduation after 12th grade.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Roski.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thanks for coming on this field trip, guys. That wraps up the open house. See ya. Bye.